Welcome to my Spectral shield throw guide. I was looking at this gem for quite a while already, but it wasn't so great so far, so this was actually the first time I ever played it, especially that there was a new jewel introduced with 3.7, and this jewel, together with the Deadeye Ascendancy, was something I wanted to try out. So here I want to share my build guide with you. This character is designed to be a fast mapper. It's not really a great bosser. You can do endgame content for bossing with this character, but you really need to throw some money at it. On the bright side, it works on very low budget if you don't plan on do high endgame bossing. So the first game footage I want to show you is a Shaper fight, which I'm doing with the gear I have right now, which is around like 15x. And yeah, if you want to do Uber Elder, you might want to throw even more money at it, but that wasn't really my goal. This is more for mapping. As a side note, Spectral Shield Throw is a skill shot, which means you really need to aim at your targets, and the hitbox is rather small. So for me, this unique feeling of the skill was pretty cool, but I can see how others will not enjoy it too much. But just try it out and see for yourself. So let's take a look at our gear. Our core item is, of course, a very high armor shield. You can only get these numbers with armor. It's impossible with ES or evasion. And to get this shield, you can either buy it from other people or you can try to craft it yourself. You can do so with putting a perfect fossil on a high item base of a colossal tower shield until you have like 30% quality, and afterwards try to spam dense fossils until you have at least around 2.5k armor. That should be enough to get you through endgame. Next, we wanna convert our physical damage to cold damage. To do so, we need conversion on our gloves. You can either get it from temple drops or you can craft it with your crafting bench yourself. If you go for this version, you will also need a Watcher's Eye with the hatred conversion. So this is worth a few exalteds, but it's really worth it. It's very nice to have. But if you don't have the money, you could also go for the Rim Sorrows, and they are super cheap. For my body armor, I have a 6-link with very high evasion, and on top of that, tons of life, as much as you can get. And very nice are also the fossil crafts, level 1 maim and -2 total mana cost of skills. I was running around with just the maim for quite a while, but if you want to do endgame bossing, I really recommend the minus mana cost, otherwise you will have mana issues for single target. The helmet I crafted myself. I just used a pristine and frigid fossil together on a nice base with the increased spectral shield throw damage, and I got this first try. So nearby enemies have minus cold resistance, which is helping with your DPS, and on top of that a ton of life. For boots, just look out for a lot of life and resistances and some movement speed. You could possibly go for some very nice enchantment too. What would be really good is the penetration, but I just hate labs, so I didn't bother to get it. Your weapon choice really is up to you. Like this here is mine. I just tried to get a ton of cold damage and elemental damage with attack on it. You could also get some Shaper stat stick, or you could also get just some really cheap unique items. They are very legit too for this build. For my amulet slot, I'm using the Pandemonius. It's an overall great unique. It really fits very well with this character, and it doesn't just give you damage, but also makes you survive way more. If you don't have the money for a Pandemonius, because it's around 3x usually, just take a rare amulet with some elemental damage and life and resistances. Another option would be to craft a Shaper touched amulet where you can get some physical damage as extra cold damage. The rest of our jewelry has a lot of life, resistances and damage on it. You could try crafting it with prismatic and rigid fossil. Make sure that you have some energy shield on your gear, possibly on a ring as I do here, because you will need it for your energy leech support to work. You will also need to have some accuracy rating on your gear. Don't forget about that either. Our flask setup just consists of one life flask with instant recovery, and a quicksilver flask with freeze removal, a basalt flask with curse removal, so you got all that covered. And then we have 2 DPS flasks with Taste of Hate and a Series Promise. For your jewel sockets, you want the Special Jewel or Spectral Shield Throw, together with a Watcher's Eye and the physical conversion while affected by hatred. And for your rare jewels, you care about having life and especially attack speed, physical damage, cold damage, and projectile damage. So after this shaper footage, I'm gonna show you some real endgame of this league, which is some tier 2 glacier farming. But you will see that the clear speed is just amazing and it makes a lot of fun to play this character. After the gear, let's take a look at the gems. We're starting with our main skill gem, which is Spectral Shield Throw, together with elemental damage with attacks, vicious projectiles, cold penetration, hyperthermia, and energy leech. Again, keep in mind that you need some energy shield on your gear to make this energy leech rockin' and rollin'. For even more damage and to keep our energy leech up all the time, we have Blood Rage enabled. I have linked this together with increased duration and then also the main skill gem Immortal Call together with a cast and damage taken. This is up to your preferences, but I like that a lot. The next 2 3 links are really only used for single target because it really boosts our damage by quite a lot. It's Frost Bomb together with increased duration and spell cascade, and the other one is Ancestral Protector with multiple totems and minion and totem elemental resistance, just to make my totem last longer and also to have multiple targets for my enemy to attack. Movement skills are always a personal preference in my opinion. I really enjoy having Leap Slam with this character, together with a Fortify and the faster attacks. Our auras are Hatred for a huge damage boost and also to help you with the physical conversion with the Watcher's Eye together. Then Herald of Ice just for some big deeps. And a precision that really helps you a lot with your accuracy rating and also gives you some critical strike chance that helps you with your uptime of Elemental Overload. Just make sure to not level the precision to highest level. I have it around level 6 and that's plenty already. Really great with this build and also for situational use is Val Haste for some damage and Val Grace for big survival boost. In certain situations it's just really nice to have to just throw out some more damage and have that extra dodge chance, because it really saved my ass quite a lot in Legion encounters where you just get overrun by rares with multiple auras on them and you just get one shot really easily. After starting to use Valgrace, I really got one shot extremely rarely, and everything else that's not a one shot you can out-sustain pretty good on this character. In general, this is a hardcore viable build, just be careful with your positioning. This is my passive skill tree. You can see that I took 2 passive skill points from the Bandit quest, and here this is the DPS number we have for Shaper and Guardian DPS. So 1.5 million is not so bad. Let's take a look at our Ascendancy class. So we are Deadeye, and first we are going for Far Shot and afterwards for Ricochet. This is your most important point for your single targets. And you really only need to scale single target on this character, as the AoE is quite amazing. Then in the Merciless Lab we are going for Gathering Winds, and in Uber Lab we take the Powerful Precision. If you plan on going bossing later on, I would recommend going Fast and Deadly instead, because it just gives you some more flat damage. But having Pierce on your shrapnels is just very, very nice for clearing. And so you need no Pierce in your gem setup. Let's take a quick look at the leveling progress. You should always try to have your unique weapons and shields up to date, because that's pretty important for your damage. If you do so, you can just do some awkward travels through here, all the way up to here. That's what I did, and it was perfectly fine. Just when you're on the way here, pick up some life and mana on the sides, and here pick up then conversion. Then you're just ignoring these points. You're picking up the point blank, very important for your single target. You completely ignore these points here, but you pick up the mana leech. That will also help you to not run out of mana constantly. Then you're just going up here, get some life there, go up there, and straight here. And then we're going in here and take just life and damage as much as we need. In the end, you're also picking up your acrobatics and your phase acrobatics. That depends on you when you feel like you want to use this. Also be careful with the accuracy on your character. Make sure to have your position only leveled up as much as you need it. And otherwise you can also take some accuracy nodes on the tree. For example, here are some accuracy nodes, or also up here. So that was it already. Hope you enjoyed my build guide. I really like this character a lot this league. I'm looking forward to farming some more glaciers with it. And yeah, you should really give Spectral Shield Throw a try. It's an amazing skill. I hope you will like it too. Maybe you also wanna check out my Twitch channel. I'm streaming most days of the week, and it would be pretty cool to see you there. So maybe see you there, or see you on my next video here. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye bye.